Welcome back to AI Today. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Badeau. We are exploring how tools like ChatGPT can really help you save time and energy to build a business plan. Very practical application on really how you can save time with using these tools for something that is extraordinarily important for your business as you move forward. Now, we've talked about, and I've shown you how it can generate a template for you, and there's a bunch of tools again that can do this. We used it to deep dive into some of the market to refine what our message is going to look like, as well as get some demographic information that will help us, really specifically target where we want to go. We just had it, we had it explain what a triple net lease was because maybe someone wasn't familiar with that. And again, it's really about customizing your business plan and being able to get information really at the speed of now is what I like to say, as you try to refine what your message is, your plan, your path. The great thing too, and I didn't get to show you this on the last segment, so I'm going to do it really quick. It also gave us pros and cons of what a triple net lease is, and so any kind of information that you can use to your advantage is important. So getting, pros of a triple net lease, cons of a triple net lease, very, key, very, very important as you're trying to set up where our business is going to go. And so again, just more information for you because the more that you have, the more educated decision that you can make, and the better off you're going to be, and the more successful you're going to be. And again, so we're going to so we did the market analysis just really quick. Now let's go into I think I'm going to skip this. Let's go into those services and the product lines because I think that's going to be very beneficial for you as well. And so let's say I want to offer. So we're deep diving into this again, and actually let's start a new conversation, a new chat, and we're going to say I want to offer a wide variety of spa and salon services that are all natural. Natural. And in the Miami, Florida region. What are going to be the highest ROI services I can offer? Let's see what it says. Now, normally you would keep the conversation going. I reset it though because it's going to be easier for you all to follow along. But you could always go back to that conversation if you chose to and continue on with that discussion there. But we're going to deep dive into it, and we're going to see what kind of services are going to be the profit generators for us. And so it's going through massage therapy is good. Facials and skin treatments is another one. Manicures and pedicures, body treatments. Ooh, that's nice. Holistic health services. Now that's an interesting one, and because our whole idea is to offer as many holistic treatments and all natural treatments as we can. Hair treatments, I think I'm going to skip that one for obvious reasons. You all can deep dive into that on your own time. Yoga classes. Now we're getting into some of the other wellness type activities and packages and membership programs and those sort of things. And so I'm going to give you something that I've actually recently been able to see with some of the data that we're looking at with my businesses. It's if you offer a membership plan or some sort of rewards scheme, do you realize that your impact on your customers goes up anywhere from 20 to 30%? Keep that in mind as you're building out what your services could look like, because rewards Everybody likes a deal, especially now. So keep that in mind. And so just for fun, we're going to say, let's have it generate or create a membership rewards program for us. We're just going to ask it. I don't know where to start. I've never done one for a spa before, but why not? Let's ask. Can you give me some ideas on what a membership rewards program, could look like for my spa and salon, specifically in Miami. I want it to focus on Miami. I don't want it to be confused with that. So let's see what it comes back with. It's going to give us, some ideas. So different tiers. I like the names too. And bronze tier is a wellness starter. It's the cost a month, per month, and here are some benefits associated with that. The silver tier, yada yada yada, all the way down through what a VIP system could look like. Here is a points-based system to earn different points based on how much money you spend. Seasonal promotions, you can tie all of that stuff together. These are things that you don't often think about, right? Because when you first start out, you're just trying to get going. You're trying to survive. You're trying to do everything that you can do to generate revenue, and oftentimes you don't think about maybe if I offer a rewards program and I can engage my customer at a more personal level to offer them more personalized services and things that they want. So it's that kind of stuff that with a couple of questions you're there, and you got an idea, and you've got something else that you can offer that may distinguish you in the market. Now, just for fun, let's see, does anyone else in Miami, Florida, offer a rewards program for similar services? If so, can you tell me who? Now, this is an interesting one. I'm getting very specific on this. I want to know who else offers a rewards program, in this market, and can you tell me who? Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So you got to think about that. Make sure that your expectations on the response are where they should be. If it can't, we might pivot and we might try something else. So we'll see. So it's searching. The great thing is that, boom. The great thing is ChatGPT can go out and search the web, and it can do it a lot faster than you can, a lot faster than I can. It's giving us the names of the customers, of what those spa offerings are. It's giving you some details, and I love it too because it's giving you some links that you can click on that will take you right there. Fantastic information. Now, what's interesting, we want to see where they are, right? Because we asked it earlier, where are some good places for us to locate? The last thing that you want to do necessarily, maybe you do, maybe you're an aggressive spa owner potentially, but oftentimes you don't want to set up shop right across the street from where a potential competitor is. That can get to be a little dicey sometimes, and it's often a risk. So let's see what we can do. Can you show me the locations on a map where these businesses are located? And let's deep dive a little bit more. Correlate to the best areas from a demographic perspective for the highest ROI. So I'm asking it to map it, and I want to see where the best area could be from a demographic perspective on where they're located. It's not a great question, right? It's not a great prompt. It's a little bit wonky. It's a little bit all over the place trying to ask it certain things, but let's see what it can come up with. So it's generated a spa and a salon location map, and it's tried to correlate them to the demographics where we will see a highest ROI from a services perspective. And it's looking at a whole bunch of different things: your median income, your population density, preferences for wellness and spa services, all that stuff it is taken into account. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like, so we're doing this live, so we're going to see together. And let me open the file. Boom. So here is the map. You can look through these, and you can see a couple of different things, right? It's interesting as we're looking through this, and I'll go slow so I don't want to get anybody motion sickness. You can see that some of these areas in here, there aren't really right on the coast. It could be for a lot of different reasons. It could be the expense of renting, probably very high. Well, I know it's very high. It's not probably, it is very high. You can see that, for the most part, south of the airport for these five. Not sure what that trend necessarily says, but they are fairly, clumped together when it comes to, that kind of information. And so, pretty good when you start to ask it certain questions and certain things that you're really hoping, to get out of that. And so, again, it's correlating information and it's correlating, data. And so we want to come back here and one more time, we're going to ask it one more question. We're going to say, in these locations, and within these businesses, I'm doing this as fast as I can, folks. Businesses, what are the highest ROI services that each offer to their customers? Let's see. So we are looking through that, and it's going through, and these are the services at Belize Spa. Apologies if Belize Spa is watching or anybody working there. I'm doing this live. Bamboo Beauty and Wellness. It's telling you what their best services are and what makes them likely the most amount of money. Now, hair removal services, I am going to key in on a little bit on this one. If you notice, it really didn't say laser. And laser is definitely a high ROI if you're, depending on what kind of laser deal that you had. But those medical spa treatments, we really haven't even touched on. And that could be a potential area that maybe you want to ask additional questions on. Maybe you want to deep dive into certain things. But, hopefully what you have seen is you can go any direction with these tools. You can use them. You can ask questions. You can refine your prompts. You can have a crappy prompt like I've put in a couple of times because I'm in a hurry trying to do this, and it still gives you some valuable information. You're steering it, right? It's not steering you. You are steering it. You're asking it to go certain directions so that you can build your business plan, so you can start to drive your business forward, and you can do it in a systematic way that is going to give you a strategic advantage by the services that you're offering, by the location that you are, and even by making sure you negotiate a rental agreement that is advantageous to you. And we've been able to do this in about an hour. There's so much more that you can use these tools for, but the amount of time that you can save just trying to go get this information is tremendous. And if I wasn't such a bad typer, then we probably would have been able to do it even faster. But at the end of the day, I hope you enjoyed this week's show. I hope you are going to take that first step and jump into it and really just start asking questions to get a response, to get a template, to build that business plan, and to give yourself a strategic advantage going forward. With that, I thank you. It's always a pleasure and it's an honor to speak with you all on a weekly basis. Come back next week. We're going to have some great topics, maybe even a couple of guests on the show, and we'll see you then. Thanks.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.